My name Chunjiang Ju, not Zhu, Ju. Today I'm going to talk about a few things. I introduce myself, who am I, why I want to give you a talk on AI, and then very brief introduction about my research. Oops. And then actually you have already seen some of them, image generation, and then last part is about privacy concern, if you want to use the AI model online, and how to adjust that. The first slide here is who am I? I did my PhD in Hong Kong, City University of Hong Kong, and then moved to the United States in 2018 for a postdoctor at the Connecticut, and then
Yale?
in 2021,
What's
not
Yale?
Yale, University of Connecticut, yeah. I hope it's spelled Yale. and then to the Greensboro, UNC Greensboro since 2021. I'm currently an assistant professor and interim associate head of the department, computer science department. And my research is a very long sentence, but basically is machine learning AI, and particularly in the graph data structure or network. You can consider about the different kind of network we have in practice. We have social network, like a transportation network, biological network, and chemical molecular graph. All these are instance of networks. I'm trying to use AI to work on those data and make some prediction for subsequent task. And I'm teaching artificial intelligence for graduates, for undergraduate students, and also advanced topic in AI for graduate students. I'm currently proposing a new course. It's entitled Exploring AI Concept and Practices. It's a new course for freshman students, which means that we assume they don't have any knowledge about programming. And the motivation of proposing this new course is that right now with the more and more emerging AI tool, it seems like students are already aware of those tools and trying to make use of the tool. But a key point here is to correctly guide them to use those tools properly, because there are some societal impacts and ethical consideration of using AI tool. We believe that guiding them at the beginning of using a tool would be significant. So that's why we propose this new course, and it will be offered in this fall. Actually, part of this talk come from the class I'm preparing. So, fun facts: I published papers with undergraduate students at UNCG, which is not that usual because undergraduate students still laying down the solution, laying down the foundation for advanced research topic. But luckily, UNCG has very excellent top undergraduate students, so I was able to identify some of them and work together on the research paper publication. Yeah, the second part here is about maybe 3 to 4 minutes introduction about my own research, and then we move to the demo. As I mentioned about the social network, you are using the Facebook or Twitter, this kind of the social network. We can model the social network as people as each node in the networks, and the connection between this node. That is the friendship, like the friendship between people are the edges between two nodes in the networks. Once you have this social network, we can perform different tasks, such as the community detection. We can detect those peoples who are interested in the same hobby, maybe playing cards, maybe dancing, etc. And then with that, you can perform some recommendation based on the same interests. Right? People sharing the same interests tend to have more topic to speak or share interest. If you use the Google to search something, like search the Obama, you can see on the right hand side there's some information about Obama, like a birthday, used to be a president of the United States, and his spouse and his children, all these things. Well, in the background technique to support those search are the technique called is the knowledge graph. They basically connect the different information into a graph structure, and then when you search something, for example, I have this complex query. Maybe you cannot see, but I can read it out. We can use the research. Oops, I cannot see, right? Oh, right here. This is a complex query. It's like find what research topics, which Nobel Prize winner, who was born in Germany, studied. You have multiple conditions here. You need to be a Nobel Prize winner, and you need to be was born in Germany, and we are trying to find out those research topic these people studies. So it basically can formulate into a complex query with multiple logical connectives, and then a knowledge graph can be used to answer those query effectively. Similarly, in the molecule is also a network structure. We have the atom and the bonds between atoms, so we can use the molecule graph techniques to predict the chemical properties. Well, the last part is maybe more interesting for you. This is probably you can identify as a brain, human brain, left and right, and then we can separate the brain into different regions, and each region is identified a node here, and then we can connect different nodes. The connection between different brain regions are based on the true interaction between them. Like when people are performing different tasks, different brain regions are activating at the same time. So in this case, we connect with this edge, and then we can formulate networks. So why this is interesting, this can be used for providing reference for the brain disease diagnosis. For example, people with the Alzheimer's disease or Parkinson's disease, their brain structure may be slightly different from the normal people without the patient. That's why we're trying to use this graph technique, machine learning AI, to predict this brain network, whether this belongs to the positive disease or negative disease, and then give reference to people, to the doctors. All right, that's it. That's all my research topic, and we're going to move to the next part. I'm going to skip a few slides because we don't have too much time. Yeah, we can skip this slide as well. The explanation. If we have time at the end, we can say that. All right, I'm going to move to the demo of some interesting AI applications. But before that, as a warm-up, I want to ask you guys any AI application you have been using. You think it involves AI components? Any of them? I can give the first example. The mobile phone. My mobile phone, you have the Siri if you use it before. I can use Siri to. Can you text a message to my friends, John, asking him whether he has time to dinner with me today, and then he can automatically compose the message, and then ask your permission whether you want to send or not. Say yes, and you send the message. And you can see what I need to do is just to say the sentence, say my requirements, and then the Siri can understand the requirement and convert it into composing message, and then send a message. Those are AI techniques. Any other example you want to share in your personal?
You think maybe that's how the editor of The Atlantic got in on that conversation that was supposed to be classified?
Yeah. The classified things. Yeah, classify is it's a very typical topic in AI. They're trying to classify things. Cats and dogs, given image, like even the face recognition technique is also a classify into this person or not this person. Any volunteer on AI? You can think of anything in this building.
I use ChatGPT.
Great, yeah. ChatGPT is definitely AI product. It emerged a few years ago. You know what? Because of the powerful of this ChatGPT, in academia we say it is a large language model because it's AI model trained based on a large corpus of the text. you can use the online, all the online resources, any text you download, and then train a model based on that. This large language model is like a double, it's two-side sports. People can use it to improve our efficiency. For example, in my paper writing or grant writing, a very useful application is the ask ChatGPT to help me to plot some figure, because originally I need to really open a PowerPoint or some software to create a figure like a flow figure, A to B, B to C, and explain the detail to the reviewers. But right now I simply ask the ChatGPT to help me to draw such a figure, and I only need to propose my requirement to him, to it. That's one thing we can definitely use it. But my personal experience that you need to have a way to verify the result returned by ChatGPT. The figure writing, figure plotting is a good way, because I can see whether the results are what I wanted. If it is not, I definitely change the words. But if you ask GPT what is the, for something, like some fields you don't understand, maybe the symptoms of some disease, and then he returns something out, but you don't know whether the result is reliable or not. If it is not verifiable. It says something, but it may not be correct. It may be correct, may not be, right? So it's better to have a way to verify the information returned by ChatGPT and essential AI models. Yeah, ChatGPT, very good example. Yeah, we're going to move more about the discussion of AI. I mentioned AI is a two-side sport. It can be used in an improper way. For example, our UNCG students, some of them are trying to input the homework assignment directly into ChatGPT and then get the solution out. Well, the solutions sometimes are good, sometimes are not. As a professor, it's not difficult to tell the results are generated by ChatGPT or not. And some students even directly copy and paste the output of ChatGPT and submit it. It's very easy for us to tell the difference. And we are already identified a few students because of this. It's like a kind of the plagiarism, and it's not good for the student. So that's the improper use of the AI tool for students. That's why I want to propose a new course that asks the student how to correctly use the AI. All right, let's talk about some demos. Well, this is another tool. Actually, I generated from a different AI model. It's again, right? You have seen the different image before. It sounds very exciting, at least from the figure here and the figure we generated in the previous slide. It's hard to tell whether this image is created by taking photo from human being, a real photo, or a fake one created by AI model. But how about the next one? Oops, this one. The course. I propose a new course, and I need to advise him because it's a new course. I need to expose to many students, and I asked the ChatGPT to help me create such a poster so that I can distribute it to all the students. What I input is the course content, for example, the course name, CSC 129. But it generally 139 for me, I don't know why. And then the title of the course is Exploring Artificial Intelligence and Concept and Practice, right? And you can see in the top, the artificial intelligence, the word artificial has a typo. It's not the correct type. Yeah. And also the bottom one, all these things are the contents of the course. It's very hard to tell what it is. The last line here should be the no prerequisite required it, but he gave me the no preconditions required it. So our observation is that it seems like the model can generate a very good high-level picture. You see the overall structure, the image, and the text, the title, and the details here. Those are good organizations. But for the detail, it still can have some errors there. Which means that sometimes it performs very good like that. Sometimes it's still not that reliable for you. I cannot use this poster directly to my students. I need to edit it. The next part, we can then move to the next slide. Maybe, I'm not sure if, let's see. So the previous slide, basically, you have a link here. I give them this link. Or we can directly go out to go to the browser to take a look at the application. Yeah, you can use the existing tool to generate an image for you. This is one application, typical application of AI, and just type what requirement you want. And if you want to make it more advanced, you can even create your own AI model. So right now, the online tools are based on a training model. They have already a model there, and then you just use the model. And the next thing I'm trying to tell you is how to create your own model. You can train your personalized model based on your own data, and then the generative model may be slightly different from that. I'm trying to give you a few understanding about how we can do that, or for this model, what is the background techniques? Why they can generate image like that here? You may already have some understanding. Well, the input here is the text, right? First, you need to have a part of the module called the understanding, the text understanding module, trying to understand the text input by the user. Right? And then with that understanding, you can then use the fancy name here, style. Oops. Anyway, the name is called GAIN, generative. We have a lot of text here. We are not going to go into detail. I just show you the high level, like a picture here, and what's the name of the technique. The AI model, the technique is called GAIN. The full name is the Generative Adversarial Network. Okay, GAN. And the style GAN is one variant of the GAN. This is a high-level idea of this GAN model. So AI model, why it can generate figures, I'm going to explain that briefly. You can see the two parts here. Basically, it contains two good friends here. One is the discriminator, one is generator. And the purpose of generator is trying to generate a new figure. Of course, this generated figure is based on the actual image. This is the large training set. So here you can consider the example of generating human faces. Those are the faces generated by the AI model. So why the AI model can generate those faces? Because it have a bunch of training data. Those training data are existing, the real human faces. It somehow get it from online resources, or they have their own data set. That's why I say actually you can train your own model based on your own set of the faces. And if I ask you to try to generate human faces based on all these example, what should you do? Try to find a bad pattern, right? You see the human face contain of a long face, and then two eyes, nose, and ear, etc. The same for AI. AI, after looking at all these data, he knows that the human face has all these components, and then when he generates a new one, he always follow the component it learns about. So those part are the training data. And then they have two friends here. These two friends are conflicting. They are trying to beat each other. The purpose of this generator is trying to generate a new figure. And the discriminator is trying to discriminate whether the generated figure image is real or fake. Okay, so we have two friends. The first friend, generator, can generate figure. He's trying to generate a very real figure, even though the generated figure are faked. He make it to be very, very real, like the true figure. And the other friend, discriminator, trying to tell whether the generated figure from from the AI, from the generator, is this a real figure or fake figure? And so the discriminator trying to achieve a very good result. Like if it is a real figure, it should return real. Otherwise, it should return fake. So the two are actually beating each other. The generator are trying to fool the discriminator. That it can generate very good quality figure, so that the discriminator cannot tell this is fake. The discriminator say, well, because this is too real, it always say this is a real figure, and that's the purpose of the generator. It's trying to improve the quality of the generated figure, so that to fool the discriminator. So how about the discriminator? It's trying to beat the generator, saying that well, whatever figures you generated, I know this is fake, and of course everything going into the discriminator is not always fake. It has a real figure and a fake figure, and it can correctly classify this is real, this is fake, and it can generate very high quality. Well, these two components will beat each other by trying to beat each other and then at the same time improving together. That's their basic idea. They have two components, and then they try to fool each other, and then with the training process, and they can improve a lot. The generator will generate very good feature, good fake photo, and the discriminator at the same time can tell the true or fake or figure with very high accuracy, and that's a so-called the name generated adversarial network. That is some kind of adversarial nature. Right? That's just a background idea about the techniques, but even though you don't understand that too much, that's fine. Let's just go into some more interesting things. Those are the faces generated by the GAN model, and it looks good, right? Just like the previous example. It's hard to tell this is good or not good, or this is the real figure or the real image or the fake image. But this is not always the case. These are just a few examples. If I give more examples, like how about these 4 examples? And we are supposed to find some imperfections here in these 4 images generated by the AI. All these are fake, but how can we tell they are fake? Can you see any imperfection in the figure A, in the left-hand side? Figure A is kind of hard because the face in the front side is quite clear, but if you look at the background side, it's some kind of blurry, right? It's blurry, and it's hard to tell what the object in the background it is. So that's one typical feature of the GAN-generated image. They usually shows the abstract background in those images. That's in the image. I think this also occurred in this one. In the previous one, if you remember, for the boy sitting in front of the green or purple house, the background is very blurred. So this is one typical features. Yes.
But blurry backgrounds are common in photographs.
Yeah, that's very correct. I agree with you. When we also have the focus in our real photo, and also the background is the. I think the difference here is that for real photo, it's not that blurred. You can still tell what it is, but for those AI generating model, it's hard to tell what the object it is. Yeah, that may be the difference. Yeah, this feature is a little bit not obvious, but if you look at the rest feature, it's kind of the more obvious. How about figure 2B here?
Her earrings.
Yeah, good job. The earring. The earring, usually we have the symmetric, right? Symmetric earring. That's the most of the cases. But for the AI generated image, it seems hard to handle the symmetrics, and the 2 earrings are not the same. And especially this one. Okay, that's another feature. So I will show a website where you can tell the image, trying to pick out or trying to differentiate the real and the fake image. Later we have the example, but right now we are learning how to do that. And CND here, how about CND? A little bit ugly for some part of the image. For the frontier image, yeah, for the you see right here, it's very weird, right? A little bit ugly, but I can imagine this is the mirror, and then those are inside the mirror, opposite of us. But the AI model seems to struggle in generating those images within the mirror, which is also another instance of the symmetrics. And the last one is the same, right? This part seems to be hand, but AI model somehow generally to be very discussed parts. I don't know why. Yeah, they have this highly distorted secondary image. For the primary image, it's still good, but for the secondary, like its mirror part and the hand parts, it's hard for them to identify it. So by observing these 4 features, I'm going to give you a few examples. I did the test earlier, so I have a very high accuracy and identify it. Basically, click on a person who is real. You have 2 images. One is real, one is fake. The fake one is generated by AI. So which one do you think is real figure, real image?
Which is the real image?
Yeah, which one is the real?
The lady.
The lady is real. I agree with you. Let's click it and see what happens. Yeah, you are correct. The image on the right is real.
Yeah.
I think it's probably due to the blurry background in the AI image. Let's try again.
The person on the left, the lady, or the young.
You see the ear. You see ear of the lady. It's not the same, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is real. Right hand side.
I
the man
agree.
is real. Let's click the right hand side.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm correct again. last example. Okay, last example. This may be easy, right? Oh, not really.
The pink-haired person.
The pink hair.
Yeah. Because the ears on the other one are right.
Yeah, I think so. I think this is fake and this is real. Just to test that the website is correct, that it can also, if you click this one, okay, if I click this one, you can see that it say you are incorrect because the image, because this is fake. This is real. We are correct. I just purposely clicked on the fake one just to verify that the website does not always output that you are correct. It is also possible that you are incorrect here. So what's the point here? Why we want to differentiate the different model? Just let you know that the AI models are not perfect. The image generated by them, well, there's some features you can still identify that not real features. Okay, and what are the consequences of this kind of easy AI model to generate figure? Think about if you receive a text message with your family's photo and then maybe kidnapped by another person. Well, it looks very true, but it is generated by AI model, and the message asks you to give some money to the person, and then they can release your family members. In this case, when everybody receives this kind of the message, it becomes very worried about that and may not try to tell the truth of the message. So this technology can help or enhance or facilitate this kind of the events, right? So that's kind of negative the social impact, and why we want to ask our students to currently use them.
So why does that happen when it's creating that image?
Mhm.
If and I may not be understanding this
Yeah.
correctly, like you were talking about the little squares up there in the competition. So
Mhm.
is that competition going on when they're literally creating this image in AI?
Yeah.
Therefore, one year is right and one year is
Right,
wrong,
right, right.
because the one overtook the other and made it incorrect. Is that?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. We are trying to tell a few tricks in identify the real and fake image, and like a blurry image, blurry background, and unsymmetric earring, and also the ear, and those the secondary image are highly distorted. Those are uncommon features of the fake image.
Okay.
And so, if you summarize all these common features, it seems like the AI model is weak at understanding the physical world. Like the rule of symmetrics, gravity, all these things are the rule of the physics, like in our real world. But it seems like AI model cannot understand those rules very much. And that's one weakness of the current AI model. So currently, there are another discipline of AI, or I should say the sub-discipline of AI. They do not see the future of the current AI model. Because the current AI model is based on those training on large data set, and then based on the language model. Language model is like you have a text and then you're trying to predict the next word in the text. So this kind of prediction does not emphasize of the physical rules in our words. So that's another discipline saying that we should mimic the way a child, a newborn, learn the word. Like when he starts to understand the word, interact with the word, he knows that, well, you cannot touch the hotspot because it will get hot. And all these rules are learned during interaction with the rule. So that discipline is called the word model. The word model. The word model is trying to understand the word instead of based on the text generation. Text generation are all these basis of this AI model. Yeah. In summary, the AI model are not perfect, and they cannot understand, at least the current existing most AI model cannot understand the physical rules in the real world.
So the word model is the same way, it can misunderstand too.
The word model is at a very early phase. They haven't have many commercial products yet.
Okay.
Yeah. So you cannot see it in the real world.
Would you ever want it perfect?
You have what?
Would you ever want it perfect so you couldn't spot it? Where you
Have
couldn't
my own-
spot the fake? That's a,
Which side I'm on? Yeah, I'm on the word side. I'm not a fan
Yeah.
of this AI generated model. That's a good question. That's our if you notice that several Nobel Prize winner from the AI field, the three scientists, they actually have conflicts opinions. One of them are champion for the word model, but the other two is on this large language model. And I think we can skip those parts. Those are a code, like the advanced way to play with AI model. Instead of using the online tool, we can also use the code to train your own model. I'm not going to show the detail, but I want to show you one example I obtained yesterday, which you might have noticed before. Let's go. One more time, okay?
horror movie.
Yeah.
Transformer.
Transformer. It actually consists only 3 images, and it's trying to interpret between the images. The first image is the boy, and then the woman, and then the man. Right? You can try the boy, and then the woman, and then go to the man.
It's pretty cool.
Right. And currently all the three image, the boy, woman and the man are all fake image. And but actually you can use real image in this case. But all the image in between the three images are fake because they are the interpolation between the two images.
That's kind of like that aging software.
Yeah, we have some
Shows what you look like when
software.
you're older.
Actually, the code I show you allow us to do
Microphone.
it. Excuse me. And yeah, the software, the code actually can do this. The level idea is that each image here can be considered as 512 numbers, and between those numbers, if they are very similar, like between the first 512 number and the second 512 number, you are trying to generate a bunch of those numbers that are in between the 2 points, right? You can think of the symmetric. You have 2 points. You are trying to move from one point to another point, and all these the intermediate points are those middle images. And we're trying to generate all the fake image in between. To generate the fake images, it just consider the similarity. Okay, and actually I can control how many image you're gonna create. Right now it's 100. That between the first and second one, we have generated 100 fake images to show the slightly gradually transforming into the second one. You can tune the parameters to a different one, and I'm happy to provide the slide to you if you need it, and you can see the link and then go to play with it. And then I think we are good to the last part of the talk. About the privacy issue. So right now, as I show to you, you can use the online tool and then upload something to there, your personal information to there, and then return something. Right? For example, in our students, they upload our homework into the ChatGPT, and our homework is already there. And if you are trying to upload your own photo to the AI software and to fix it, for example, you took a photo yesterday with your friends, and then it happened in the background. You have some other person that not supposed to be there. You ask AI model to remove the background, and you keep only you in the photo. You and a friend in the photo, and you upload your photo. You need to upload your photo to the online tool, and then they can help you, right? So this is a privacy leak here, right? Because the online tool obtain your photo, and you don't know that in the background how the tool you make use of your own photos. So that's a privacy issue. Some people do not wish to leak their own personal information to the model. But how to adjust that? Because all these ChatGPT are online. You need to have the internet access it and upload your own requirement to that. Maybe sometimes your text. Okay, I'm going to show you something here. Yeah, if you don't want the AI model to know everything about you, and maybe you can consider make a private one. The online model is also a model. It's a well-trained model by the company, and it is hosted in a company, and you could make a private one at your own laptop or the computer. This private one. Even though you don't have network connection, that's fine, because it's local in your own machine. In your own machine, you just interact, give your requirement, and then later response. It's a model, AI model in your own computer. It's doable. So I show several, actually very simple step here, 2 steps. The first step is go to the website, it's called olama.com, to download the software and install, which is quite typical. The second step is to just choose what model you want to install. This model is just like the clothes in the shop. What clothes you are pleased on that. Choose one and then install the model. I give an example here called the Olama Run Gamma Suite 4B. This is a common to install that specific AI model in your own computer. And the Gamma Suite is the name of the model. And the 4B here means the model has the 4 billion numbers. So this number somehow determine the expressiveness of the how strong the model is. Currently, the ChatGPT traditional version has more than 175 billion numbers. 175 billion numbers. That's pretty big. So you probably cannot run that large model in your own computer, which is the less powerful than theirs. But we can also provide some 4 billion, much smaller model, and then you can install in your own computer and run successfully. In my own laptop, I use the 7 billion version, and it's okay. You can see the response is quite smooth. This is an online website. Actually, you can choose the different version. Like here, the Llama 3 provide the 8 billion one and the 870 billion two versions, and then you just copy the command here and run in the terminal. So what is the terminal again? Terminal here, let me show you. If you are using a Mac or the Apple products, terminal is built in already. What I will do is just click this one and then try to search terminal. Terminal. And you see the terminal come up and you just click that. And then this is the terminal. Okay, this is a terminal. It's command line. And anyway, but if you're using the Windows operation system, it's much more complicated. Oops. So once you finish the two-step installation, this will be the example I show you. All of these are shown in the terminal, and you just start the command. So this is the command to run the model, AI model in your own computer, and then you can start interact with him. Like here, yesterday I talked with my model, say hello, how are you doing today? How are you today? But the AI model just reply in a very cold way. I'm just a computer program. I don't have any feeling or experience, so I'm here to help you.
Yeah.
So starting from here, you can just presume it is an online model, but in fact, you don't need another network connection. It's a local model, allow you to do anything you want, and there's no privacy in this case, right? Because you don't have no connection. You just communicate with your own model, and everything is everything stays at the own machine. Yeah, I think that concludes my talk. Yeah, questions?
It's showing us mostly still pictures. I guess you can also do motion pictures with
The
these
picture one?
programs.
Uh-huh.
So for instance, like, I don't know, a dancing kangaroo or something. You can do anything still or motion.
Yeah, maybe because the cocktail here is still the purple one, right? We can change the color.
Change
What's the
it to
color
white.
color to?
Or gold or something.
And let's see how different it is, right? Because we just changed one word in the prompt in the word. Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Well, it become completely different, right?
You changed it
I think here they use a different style. The
Different
previous style is
background
different
and
from this style.
everything.
It's become more cartoon, right? They're having conversation. Yeah.
I have a question. And you mentioned your introductory class.
Uh-huh.
So you want students who don't have any background in
Right.
AI, correct?
Right.
Do they have a background in programming?
No.
No,
Yeah.
not yet. So you're gonna teach them that?
Yes, I'm gonna to teach very basic topic about the programming as well. That's why when I release this let's see, material syllabus. This is the syllabus of that course. And you see the potential topics here?
No.
Programming basics.
Programming basics.
You see the second, in the third and the fourth week, we have the programming basis. So here we will teach students how to use the Python very briefly, not in a deeper way. Just the purpose of this one is that I want them to use code instead of just using a tool. If you're using a tool as a college student, I think it's too shallow. You just change the way how to use it. So I want them to have a stronger skill to make use of tool. If they can tune the code just like the code I show you, then they can do more things with that. That becomes more interesting. But here, yeah, we assume the student does not have any programming basis, so we just teach how to at least know that how to open the software Python programming language and then type something inside and then run the program and then see the outcome. That's it. We're not going to touch the too deep concept about the programming. Similar to the machine learning and deep learning framework, I just want them to know what libraries are there and then know how to use it, import it, and then use it. In fact, the code here is not that complicated, in my opinion.
But you're
My
a
opinion.
PhD. We're
Even
not.
though it looks like very fancy, but you don't need to modify them. You just need to understand which part what's the responsibility of each part, and that's it. What I want students just to tune the parameter here. For example, I have different seeds. This seed, you change the output. Basically, this seed, the 3 seed here correspond to the 3 image, the boy, the woman, and the man. And then this program is trying to generate the video I show you. And you can definitely change this to a different number, and that will change to a different image. And then you can have a different video for that. So that's my purpose. Just ask the student to tune the parameters without understanding the detail of code too much. But if you look at the code, it basically contains about 6 to 7 such blocks. And
Again, you didn't answer my question yet about motion pictures.
motion picture.
Yeah.
You mean a GIF? This kind of has a moving picture?
Yeah, can you make it look realistic?
Oh, yeah. Sorry
Like a
about that.
movie.
Yeah. It's similar to image. We can also have the video. Video generation is another strong point by the AI model. So that's why the movie industry a little bit concerned about the AI, because they can generate AI. Of course, they rely on a heavy computational resource, but I have personally seen that some AI generated movies. Maybe I can show you right now. Why not, right?
I was wondering if they could do mashups of different movies and put them together or something.
Usually those are very short, maybe 1 minute for that. AI list, AI generated movie, let's say maybe 1 minute. Example, the video is the those are teaching you how to generate the video generator in 1 minute, but can be, yeah, but this video is very short, so we put
And
on.
they
Not
actually-
spending an obscene amount of money
Oops.
to get it done.
I'm getting back on track and there's to
That's an
refresh.
ad.
Never-
In a previous video, we tried to generate a video using AI. It was quite disturbing and very unusual. In this video, we're going to use AI in a much more reasonable way. Also, I'm trying out this new wireless microphone. Keep it up, where you're going to see these 4 different options. Templates, AI text to video, stock video, and editing. We're going to click on the AI text to video. The first step is to select a template that kind of fits what you're looking for.
Trying to select a template. Based on template, they can build a AI movie.
And now we have the option to either write our script ourselves or ask an AI.
And on the left hand side, oops. They try to input the description about the requirement. What kind of the video you want to generate. They say the 3 seasons, the 3 season dogs are great, right?
So in here we'll try and select media that fits the script. As you see, we have a white dot here. What we're going to do is just go over to the videos on the left here. Type in
Yeah, actually the video has already there, and then you can see.
And then I'm just going to go scene by scene, updating the media. Once you're done filling those in, you can click voiceover, and I'm going to do an automated text to speech. Once I figure out a phone call. Go.
Let's see the outcome directly.
Social skills. Their presence can enhance the overall atmosphere and happiness in a household. They can easily adapt to different lifestyles and living environments.
This is exactly the output video by the AI.
So I think this tool as it is actually pretty cool. The tool feels pretty beta right now, but I think the direction they're going.
Have a strong sense of smell and can be trained for various tasks.
Usually those kind of video is just the advertisement. They're trying to ask you to use their own tool. Those tools are made based on AI, but it's easier for people to create those short videos. But I know that there are much more fancy video generators there, and it's like a scientific movie. The sci-fi movies here is you can see just like a hiker, the movie name, a very fancy one. The generally based AI. Probably I cannot find it right now. Yeah, video is more challenging because it consists of more frame. Each frame is one image, and then but the image generator is somehow a building block for the video, and then how to generate a sequence of the frame to get a video. Any questions about the AI, or if you are curious about how UNCG professor is trying to prevent students using ChatGPT to answer the question?
Yeah.
Well, it's not difficult because there are some patterns. Just like I show you, the AI generated image has some inner patterns there. We can also tell from the students' output if they are using AI to generate. The language is still somehow is too verbal, verbal response, and contain too many general information, not specific one. And in this case, are highly likely that the homework are done by the AI. And if more than one student are using AI to answer the questions, you will see the similarity between their homework. Even the use of the words are very, very similar, so we can tell that. So for UNC professor, in order to prevent that student use AI, one trick is to involve the image. You can release the homework based in image. Those images are originally is the text-based homework. The student can directly copy the text into the ChatGPT. But if you provide them involving some image, for example, in some you translate, you convert your text requirement into an image, and then the student cannot upload those images into ChatGPT and ask GPT to understand that, to do the homework for them. That's just because the current AI model is still kind of weak in understanding image compared with text. Text is much easier to understand. So we need to somehow release the homework in a proper way so the student cannot use AI to answer questions for them. I have a colleague just give a fail grade directly to student using AI there. Because it's very clear that the student using, and my colleague just talked to the student, and then finally the student just acknowledged that he was using ChatGPT to help him, and then directly failed the course. So we are quite strict on this part. But yeah, the fees.
How do you grade those students? Is it a pass-fail, or is it a letter, a letter system?
Yeah, good question. It depends on the class. For some elementary course, it only has the pass and the fail. But for 400 or the upper level courses, we have the ABCD, the letter grade, ABCD, ABC and fail. Yeah, I think that's a D. For undergraduate, they have ABCD and then fail.
Wow.
Yeah.
So is this class you teach, this introductory class, is that required for every student coming in?
Yeah, it's required for every student.
So So you're teaching them this and then you're gonna track them to see that they don't use it, is that right? Is that right? I'm teasing.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it's probably hard to ask them not to use AI, but how to correctly direct them to use it. Like a little bit similar to the mobile phone, the cell phone. When cell phone were invented, everyone start to use it and then change their life. Everyone started looking at the cell phone. But AI tool, I think is similar. Everyone probably will start to use AI to help them, even though some people may use it maliciously.
And depend on phones, their cell phone.
Yeah,
It's a dependence.
yeah, it is
It's become
dependent
a
right now.
dependence.
But
Yeah.
I know that there are some very conservation people do not use phone yet.
There are
They're
some.
kind of the outside of the
Yeah.
technologies.
Well,
Well, we thank you for coming
Yeah,
and sharing.
thank
Yeah, thank you very
Over
much
my head,
for
but
coming
I
to
might get
listen.
there one day if I live long enough.
So if you want to take a picture on any slide, let me know, and I can show you that slide. Yeah.
what I'm looking at.
All right. Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone. Have a good day.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
So were you down there?
Holy cow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, I think then you could